Coach, you had the week off. Now you're getting ready to go down to Fayetteville. How was the week prepared you guys for this week?
Definitely a good week for us, especially on our men's side after not our best showing that we would have expected down at Missouri Southern. Saw some very promising things out of Jeffrey and Owen that they're looking more and more like their old selves basically. Will we be in our top form at Fayetteville? No, we will not be. Of course, as I've been stressing to the group the entire season, our main goals are what we do at the Lone Star Conference meet, what we do at the regional meet, and then from there we'll worry about what we do at the national meet, of course. But we got that long-term approach. That's what's keeping us positive, keeping us excited about what we're doing here. We didn't have the best week that we would have liked last weekend, but we're much more prepared for Fayetteville, looking stronger, and excited for once we really get to full strength. And what we do is we get into the championship season on the men's side. Women's side, we'll have Armand back for Fayetteville this week, so the girls go out and run like they did over there at Joplin last weekend. We'll have a very good top 5, and we'll look even better than we did our opening weekend when we were at Tech.
When you have a subpar weekend like the men did last weekend, is there a sense that you need to kind of crack the whip and kind of get them to focus a little bit more, or is it still too early for that?
I'd definitely say it's too early. I think that one of the best things that we handled this past week was that stressing that not to panic right now. We have 8 weeks basically from last weekend until we got to the regional championships, and one of our strengths is just the individualization of our sport. And so everyone's kind of on a little bit different of a path right now. A couple guys weren't able to train the way they wanted to this summer, and so we've kind of known all along that it was going to be a long-term approach for some of these guys, and that we aren't too worried about where they're going to be in late October, early November. So there wasn't a sense of panic. There's not oh, I'm going to run you into the ground this week because you've been slacking. It's where we're at right now, and the rankings are going to say, we're not a top 25 team. They're going to be surprised when we get out there and we're a top 3 team in the region, and we go out there in Evansville once we get to the meet, and we're a top 15 team in the country like we should be. So no sense of urgency, no sense of panic, but a wake-up call. We definitely need those guys to get back where they're supposed to be. We will be when it comes to late October, early November.
So when you get to those, as you said, those are the most important meets. When you get to Fayetteville, is it just more of a tune-up? What do you hope to see out of it?
I mean, this week we want to be more than a rust buster like it was at Missouri Southern. We want this to kind of be like we're going to see Colorado Mines there. We should be good enough where we can have a couple of our guys mix it up with them a little bit. Are we going to beat them? Probably not, because they're a top 4 team in the country right now. But we should be able to show okay, we are competitive. These guys are coming along a little bit better. The ladies, they should go out there and run against Midwestern State and be able to show, okay, we are the top team in the Lone Star Conference right now. So that's what we're looking to get out of this weekend. Come back and have a tune-up on our home course prior to going to the LSU championships.
What is the hardest part of that long-term approach?
Patience, but I think that's the reason why a lot of our runners are successful. A lot of the guys are a little bit older. We have 4 upperclassmen on our men's team. They wouldn't be where they're at right now in our sport if they weren't very good at keeping the long term in mind. That's how they've been motivated to keep running for 10 to 15 years as they've all been right now. So this isn't the first setback that probably some of them have had. And they're not freshmen that get flustered and they're like, okay, our season's over. When that happens, we're like, okay, this is progress basically. We're successful and that we're seeing progress in what we're doing in training. Yes, we're further along than we were when we were in August. It's always our goal of we're going to have that belief that we're going to be where we need to be at the end of the season. Is a guaranteed no, but for the most part these guys are older and I trust them and they trust me that we're going to be where we need to be at the end of the season.